Hi, hello, and welcome. My name's Batbark, and this is episode 3 of my continuing first ever playthrough of Dragon Age 2. It's been good so far. I've been enjoying the game. It's been different than Dragon Age Origins, which I absolutely adore. And the combat feels fast paced. The reinforcements in battle, I think, kind of. It means you're not really planning your battles out. It's more reacting to what's going on and dealing with that, which is somewhat less involving. Because, what I liked about Origins was the tactical side. Yeah, come on. If you wonder what I'm doing, is I'm just hitting my thing on Pokemon Go. Come on. Yeah, I'm starting camera. Mouse. Oh, I throw that. Stick a pineapple berry on them. Great throw. Excellent. Right. So, yeah, that's about where we are. I'm currently still in Act 1. I've recruited Anders and Fenris. And I'm currently in the Black Emporium. And things are, which is a weird place. Let's get to it, shall we? Swap over to the game and load. So that's transformation. I assume it just brings you back to the character creator at the beginning. Okay, we have stuff here. Right, and they're not Titan meat. Excellent. I don't think I want any of these though. Three slots, not bad, but none of that looks amazing. Mid. Not terrible, actually. Not bad. Bearing in mind, this is basically all stuff I can only equip on Hawk. None of this really makes me go, ooh. Okay, that's expensive. 1 to all attributes, 23 health, damage resistance. Honestly, yeah, I want that, but it's going to be a while before I can afford it. Make size your regen. Doesn't have any recipes. Okay, crafting materials. What's this? This is just a crafting desk. Oh, recipes. Elixir of Purity. Using it in the Valve Hunter of Evil, increasing damage inflicted with Darkspawn. Wasn't that when applied to a weapon that slice movement or touches? So let's grab the recipes, but oh, okay, those are not cheap. Buy some poisons. Damage plus 1% use maximum health. Yeah, done with you. What's this? I've been to Darktown, but only during the night. Um, I've been desperately seeking a particular tempo spot outside the Chancery Hightown during the day. Chancery Archivist always took the catalogue that lost the Memorial Wall. Shadow Guard. Red Wall of Teeth. Okay, yeah. We are probably the main reason we acted back in.
Did I hear correctly? You are an abomination.
Why don't you shout? I don't think everyone heard you.
Do you see yourself as harmless then? An abomination who would never harm anyone?
Like ripping someone's heart out of his chest?
I did that at the behest of no demon.
So we agree that it doesn't take a demon for someone to be a vicious killer. Good.
Yeah, is get into more fights because I have not done the clearance for this area. I think if there is one.
Darktown. Is there anywhere more pathetic?
The Winter Imperium. For good or ill, the Imperium has put its stamp on Thedas forever. The old Imperial Highway is still in use across most of Thedas. The ruins of Winter fortresses and centers of magical study still litter our landscape long after the glory of the Imperium dimmed. But the influence of that ancient empire goes deeper than this. Without Tevinter, there would have been no Blights, no Andraste, no Chantry. Every aspect of our world would be altered. The might and majesty of the Imperium may have faded, but it still makes its presence known even in the most distant corners of Thedas. Every child has been brought up in stories of Tevinter as it is now, a decadent nation ruled by the Archon and his court of magisters, great and no doubt corrupt, mage lords. The Chantry and mockery of our own, their black divine, a man chosen from the ranks of the myth ran through a circle of magi, the makes most hallowed lord magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him perverted. Mages in the Imperium say the most sacred duty is to serve man. They serve best by wielding political power. In a word, that which blessed Andraste must reap, see. All of it is built on the foundation of slavery. While most nations forbid the buying and selling of slaves within their own borders, nearly everyone ships their people to the Imperium for sale, skirting the prohibitions against such atrocities, and feeding the Imperium's endless hunger for bodies, to fight the Canary, to work the mines of quarries, to build the palaces of the Magister, to sweep the crumbling streets, to turn the millers, to serve the women of their maids overseers. Black City, Black Divine, a study of the Tevinter Imperium by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Go this way. Kind of looking like I'm not going to get any fights down here.
Mind your manners. This is my territory.
Thing that was in Origins that I hated is the volume changing depending upon how close the camera is to who's talking. Actually really annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna head to Anders's home. Get upstairs.
These patients need me more than anyone in Hightown. I had a friend like you once. Got in all kinds of trouble. Dragged me along. Didn't think I'd be doing that again. I got a bit weighty the last time we talked. Sorry for putting that on you.
You'd be surprised how people just tell me their darkest secrets. I must look trustworthy.
You look... something. True. Proud. Like even if you don't agree with me, you'll be honest. I hope I didn't seem too selfish when I told you about justice. I didn't know what would happen. I figured a willing host, a friend. It had to be better than playing the demon and haunting some corpse.
We can't always predict the outcome of our actions. We can only make them with a true heart.
Kind, wise, and beautiful.
Okay.
You must have made a deal with
Nah,
friends yourself.
not happening, Anders.
Sorry, I shouldn't presume. We've hardly
Especially
met.
since I know what it is you're going to do in this game.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
I don't want you thinking about me that way.
Everyone wants to control my thoughts. Fine. I hear you. Strictly professional.
Oh, he did not like that, huh? I want to do that, but I'm waiting until I have my actual party with me, because I don't know entirely why I've got who I've got with me. But fine. There's other stuff I can be doing. Maybe I don't have the thing here, like it wasn't
I've always wondered, why is every surface dwarf a merchant or a smith?
You left out criminals and hired muscle.
They don't count.
We dwarves are drawn to shiny objects. Sort of like magpies, but with business sense.
You're kidding.
Of course I am. We come to the surface with the skills our ancestors had, Blondie. You think there's a tradition of dwarf woodcutters in Orzammar? Beekeepers? Sailors?
Well, there could be mushroom growers and nug wranglers.
Orzammar will never let those people go topside. Too vital. Also, embarrassing.
head over here and this question.
Did you misplace this?
Bless my fool spirit, I never thought I'd see that again. Thank you.
Not actually not this little section. The sermons of Divine Renata the First. Weakness of mortal world is the great failing of all the Maker's children. We trade our honor as if it were the cheapest currency. We do not understand what integrity is or what it is truly worth. This ignorance, original sin was born. Sometime, each of us thought, what does it matter if I keep hold of my integrity? I'm but one mortal. I'm powerless. Blind we all are. The virtue of a single slave destroyed the Tevinter Imperium. The dishonor of one man drove the Maker from our sight. Tell you truly, nothing but the integrity of our hearts will win the love of the Maker back to us. It is all the power we shall ever possess to change the world for good or for ill. Stubborn on integrity. Maker. There was no word, for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. First word. And his word became all that might be. Beam an idea, hope and fear, and endless possibilities. From it made his firstborn. And he said to them, In my image I forged you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then, in the centre of heaven, he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelt, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns of praise unending. But the songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. The voice of the Maker shook the face, saying, My aim is I have wrought my firstborn. You've been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done. You do nothing. Well, I have given you is formless, ever-changing. He knew he had wrought amiss, so the Maker turned from his firstborn and took from the Fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits and spoke to it, saying, Here I decree, opposition in all things, earth, sky, winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. No longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable, with words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky. Last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth. The souls made a dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. The Maker said, To you, my second-born, I grant this gift. Your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. Fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return these nights and dreams, that you may always remember me. Then the Maker sealed the gates of the Golden City, and there he dwelt, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Threnodies, Book 5, Chapters 1 to 8.
I'm sorry you had to witness that disgraceful scene by the Chanter's Board. I am Elthina, Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. Sebastian's normally a good lad, but he's had a terrible shock.
Sebastian? Was that his name?
Sebastian Vale. He was affirmed here nearly a decade ago. He had just been invested as a brother when we got the news about his family. I'm afraid he reacted rashly, denied his vows, and left the Chantry. If the Maker wills it, he will return to himself before it's too late.
He said someone murdered his family.
Sebastian is the youngest son of the ruling family of Starkhaven. They were overthrown recently, violently. Sebastian is the only surviving member.
He's royalty.
Prince Sebastian Vale, if he succeeds in his pledge to take back his lands. He made a vow to the Maker to put worldly concerns behind him. It is a sin to forswear himself for a mere title.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Maker's blessing on you, child.
Lots of happy to go, what? Okay.
I thought all dwarves had beards. Where's yours?
I misplaced it, along with my sense of dwarven pride and my gold-plated noble cast pin.
I thought maybe it fell onto your chest.
Oh, the broody elf tells a joke.
I don't brood.
Friend, if your brooding were any more impressive, women would swoon as you passed. They'd have broody babies in your honor.
You're a very odd dwarf.
And you thought I was joking about the pin.
Have you seen him?
Karen, was it? No. There are many Templars in Kirkwall, woman.
Please, can you help me? My brother.
Give me the details.
Karen was always so devout, so idealistic. He was so proud when the Templars accepted him. I pleaded with him not to join the Order, but he wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars and Knight Commander Meredith. And now my brother is gone.
What do people say about Knight Commander Meredith?
Oh, she has many admirers. They laud the service she does in keeping the mages in check. But others say she is terribly fierce and utterly without pity, that she sees demons everywhere. It is dangerous even to whisper such things.
What have you heard about the Templars?
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage, and she says he was made tranquil against his will. You hear more with every passing day.
So you think the Templars, what, killed and ate your brother?
Maker forbid. I don't know what happened. He just stopped writing me. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
Your brother may indeed be in trouble. What can I do for you?
Perchance. In your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karen's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. Maker bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
Raising elf and alienage. So probably need to go there. That's an arrived gallows, so it should be outside of Kirkwall. Javaris.
Vivian will be devastated if I don't find Taffy. Move along.
Reward offered. Citizen Kirkwall. The wife of Nanette has gone missing. I shall reward the person who returns her safely. Questions about bounty on Nanette, come speak to me in the Hightown Market. Eland Karak. They're identical, but one is like significantly cheaper than the other.
I need to find my wife. Will no one help me? What do you mean you can't help me?
This is a domestic matter, Sirrah.
If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Ninette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
Your wife is missing. I can try to find her if you like.
His phrasing makes me think we're not gonna help
I've
him.
been waiting for someone to say that. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
I can't imagine why she might run away.
Yes, my wife and I don't get along. But that's not the important thing. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if... Well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
Why would her family think you did something to her?
They think I married her for her inheritance. And they know we have been fighting. They believe this is reason enough for me to hurt her. But I swear, on Andraste's pyre, I have done nothing.
Do you think Ninette might be in trouble?
It's her own doing, gallivanting about with men half her age. Pah! She's just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
How long has your wife been gone?
About a month. I wasn't worried at first. She's run off before. Ninette is uncontrollable, you see. She comes and goes as she pleases.
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her.
Ninette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it, they would ruin me otherwise.
You don't care that Ninette might be hurt or dead. You sicken me.
You have never lived with her. It wasn't always like this. We were in love. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes, I wonder if I dreamed those years.
I'll try my best
I will
to find
find
Ninette.
her, and if she's alive, get her side of the story, and if she's not,
No, she visited home
find out what happened.
until Jethan sent a letter. To
But I'm certainly not forcing her
He even sent her flowers once.
to return to this jackass.
Her favorite. No, talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
Also, that crest name is quite worrisome.
So, Elf, that thing you do with your hand,
I can already tell this isn't going anywhere pleasant.
I bet that makes pickpocketing easier.
I'll try it sometime and find out.
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you. What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
Jathan, have you seen Ninette lately?
Ninette? Not for several weeks, which is a shame. I enjoy her company. I hear she finally left her worthless husband. Good for her. I just wish she'd said goodbye.
Were you hoping Ninette would leave Ghislaine for you?
Of course not. I know my place. I offer a service, that's all. Anyway, there was someone else looking for Ninette. A Templar. I believe his name was Emmerich. He wouldn't sleep with me either. I can't see why a Templar would be interested in anyone who isn't a mage.
Any chance Ninette's an apostate?
Well, she certainly cast a spell on me. Anyway, if Ninette was a mage, I think Emmerich would have said so.
Perhaps Emmerich knows something we don't.
Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Ninette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
Wait, what was that? I was still able to talk to him, which I should have done immediately, but okay, fine. It's possible this is a different quest.
Do you know?
No, and it doesn't matter. Nobody deserves that.
I know some mages who deserve that.
Really? Perhaps they should start making slaves tranquil. Then they wouldn't dream of escaping. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Slaves do not attract demons that try to possess them.
Which clearly justifies it. What a perfect solution.
Back again? Sure you're not interested in my many, many services?
I was just passing through.
Have it your way.
Okay, apparently don't actually have anything to say. Cool, cool, cool.
What is that stench?
Not now.
Better luck in the next line.
I thank you, Sirah, for coming along when you did. I am Emmerich.
Just the person I was looking for. I need to speak with you about Ninette.
Ah, Ghislaine de Carac's wife. Her disappearance interested me. I tried looking into it. However, the investigation has been a waste of time.
Did you learn nothing?
Most people just say she left her husband. This all started when Meren, one of our circle mages, disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Ninette and 2 other missing women.
I had a friend who disappeared once. Turns out he was under my bed, drunk. What?
I think the disappearances are connected, and I suspect foul play is involved.
Mages routinely flee the Circle. Perhaps Maren just wanted freedom.
She had always been loyal. She received lilies from an unknown suitor, and some of us thought she may have gone to meet him.
Lilies?
Perhaps her disappearance is linked.
Doesn't the Circle use phylacteries to keep track of its mages?
We followed her phylactery to a foundry, but found nothing. I had heard of sympathizers smuggling mages through Darktown, so came here hoping to pick up the trail. But no trace of Maren. And as you've seen, asking the locals hasn't made me very popular.
People don't just disappear. Perhaps they were murdered or kidnapped.
We found no bodies, no ransom notes. Those women just vanished.
Have you mentioned any of this to the city guard?
They say there's no proof the disappearances are connected. They think the women just left home, that it happens all the time.
Can I assist your investigation?
It's no longer my investigation, Syrah. You may take over if you wish. This battle showed that I'm no longer the warrior I used to be. I know when to walk away. Here, take my findings. Perhaps you can make more use of them. I'm going back to the gallows. I'm too old for this.
A foundry in Lowtown. I should look into that.
Thanks. Oh. Let's say I don't expect to actually find anything interesting down here, but maybe we found something.
Is brooding a sport in Tevinter? Do they hold competitions? Hand out trophies for the best scouts?
I'm not brooding.
Moping, then. You seem like you're a champion at it.
I'm perfectly content at the moment.
Oh, so that's you smiling. Glad you clarified that. I'd never have known.
There was an audio option for stereo. Okay. Well, I'm not going to restart it, but see if that does something about this.
You got any dust? Dwarf dust? I'm hurting here.
This could be nasty. Mage.
mage, no doubt.
Yes, that is generally speaking how they get here.
Watch your step.
Yep, there's traps. Find Ninette's ring.
That ring looks Orlesian.
A severed hand, a ring, and a pile of bones. Emmerich will want to see this. And I should bring the ring to Ghislaine. It might belong to Ninette.
Definitely a mage involved. Yes, because the dude, but could no, we literally goddamn saw the mage. Technically, the mage might not be the person who did the summoning or the killing or any of that stuff. But also, they might have been the person who did all of those things. Lowtown's alienage. Wait, where am I? Not Lowtown. Gallows. Who knows where? Lowtown. We can't be in. No, we are in Lowtown. Okay, let's head to the alienage then. Be this way. No one here at the moment. I might need to come back today. So for now, I need to find an exit. While I'm here, okay, nothing new there. That's not unexpected. Storage. else. I feel like I probably should toss a bunch of stuff away. Okay, the moment we put same party on. Oh, there's an amulet.
So, a human, an elf, and a dwarf walk into a bar.
The human says, "You're lucky you're so short. That hurt like mad."
You could have just stopped me, Blondie.
Why waste a perfectly good setup?
The weakness comes and goes, but I'm hoping for the best. Thank you for asking.
Right. Alienist culture. There have always been alienages. They've been around for as long as elves and shems have lived in the same lands. Ours isn't even the worst. They said that Val Royale's 10,000 elves living in space like big than Denerim Market. Their walls are supposedly so high that daylight doesn't reach the Veladar until midday. Don't be so anxious to start tearing down the walls and picking fights with the guards. They keep out more than they keep in. We don't have to live here, you know. Sometimes the family gets a good break and they buy a house in the docks or the outskirts of town. If they're lucky, they come back to the Aiden's after the looters burn the house down. And lucky ones go to the Porpoise Field. Here, we're among family. Look out for each other. Here, we do what we can to remember the old way. The Flatheads who have gone out there, they're stuck. They'll never be human. They've gone and thrown away being elven too. So where does that leave them? Nowhere. So we're at the Haven of the height of our alienness. Doesn't seem like there actually is someone wandering around. Number of Templar raids. Not verify why. So that might be the gallows. Maybe the gallows. Tavares coin for muscle. Okay.
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. He'll still be there in a moment. Let's just have a quick whiz around the place.
Just wondering if the feathered pauldrons are an essential part of the moody rebel mage persona.
What are you talking about?
I'm working on an epic poem about a hopelessly romantic apostate, waging an epic struggle against forces he can't possibly defeat.
What do you mean, can't possibly defeat?
Well, it's not a good story unless the hero dies.
A Paris room. Still come back.
Do you ever feel like you're part of a story?
Every time someone asks a stupid question, we string them up from the rafters.
I've got a stiff drink with your name on it.
What's the word on the street?
The craziest thing. Apparently, the pigeon population...
The audience decides that was Shale.
Weird, huh? What kind of sick individual preys on those innocent things?
Thanks. I should go.
Anytime.
Alright, I'll take a quick break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes after some ads. See you soon.
again, huh?
Alright, I'm back. Let's talk to Vac first.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
For the first few seconds. What do they feed those things?
I don't know anyone else that's even seen one. You're lucky just to be standing here. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bartrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bartrand.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
You're in luck. I'm always willing to talk about myself to beautiful women. My family came from Orzammar, noble house Tethras, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bartrand's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
What are your plans for this trip into the deep roads?
Bartrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
A lot of things can keep you awake, you know. I wouldn't reach for the doom first.
Sure, I could have a cup of tea in the morning, but I hear it's bad for you. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be, let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurous.
Okay, I didn't realise that was a quest, but fine. Okay, and
You're new around here, aren't you? Welcome, and keep your wits about you. You're nothing but tits and arse to the men in this place, and they won't hesitate to grab at both.
I can look after myself.
Good. I like to see a woman with confidence. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
I'm always ready to help.
Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
What makes you think I'm right for this?
You saw me talking to Lucky, didn't you? Those boys couldn't manage simple information gathering. I can't trust the riffraff in this place to do anything right. But you're different.
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Hader. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
Okay, so that's another character recruitment. Okay, actually, we're gonna leave Kirkwall, go wandering. Take the short bow. Okay, that indicator says up there, but it looks closed off, so we're going there first. I would have liked to have gone there last, actually.
That should do it.
Well, now. That certainly seemed like evidence that Sebastian got the right end of the stick, as it were. Elfruit was first used by the elves of Arlathan, hence the name. Fruit gave their medicine particular efficacy, so when the Imperium conquered the elves, the Magister adopted its use and its popularity spread to all corners of the Empire. Elfruit is a hardy plant with large green leaves that grows wild in many places. So common that it tends to show up in most gardens and fields, almost like a weed. Unlike a weed, however, most people appreciate having access to the wonderful little plant. The roots can be used with very little preparation. Rubbing some of the juice on a wound, for example, will speed up healing and numb pain. And chewing on a slice of fruit treats minor ailments like indigestion, flatulence, and hoarse throats. There's several varieties, but the most useful for herbalists are the bitter, gossamer, and the royal elf fruits, except for the botanical companion by Ines Arantia, botanist. You kept trying to, but... Grey Warden documents. In Great Master and the body's potential just 2 attribute points. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Messages for the Wardens. They'd probably pay to have them returned.
Okay. Well, that was a thing. Hmm. Got that dead. I've still got all this to check. That's quite a large area, actually. Annoyingly hard to actually select things. Well, sure.
Do you even know her name, Shem? No? It's Denilah. She's dead. And you killed her.
Let's save before this.
I was a beast then. A werewolf. I did many terrible things. I'm sorry.
Sorry does not bring my mother back.
I was a victim too, Elf. Of Zathrian's vengeance. Stranger, please calm her down.
Did I hear you right? You're a werewolf?
I was one, but no longer. Her Dalish keeper cursed some humans with lycanthropy long ago. The disease spread over the years, but the hero of Ferelden freed us.
Is this what your mother would want?
But he murdered her.
This man may have a wife, children, certainly a family. What will they think of you? Kill him and you become him.
You shame me. My mother would not want this. Leave Shem. Before I change my mind.
I've got money for that for some reason. Okay, fine. Okay, let's carry back on this way. Where I came from. I don't really understand what's happening with combat like that. It feels like I start attacking, I hit them, they carry on running away, and I just stand there. Annoying. I'm gonna go this way, actually. Alright. Yeah, let's just leave area, so double back. I didn't notice that I'd leveled up. Come on. Yeah. The Elysian Empire. And many lords and ladies found by our, and I mean this literally, once a system of noble titles and all was labyrinthine. There were barons and baronets and baronets and sir barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Elysian aristocracy is ancient, must give it the competition, or the ability to play the grand game as it is known, whether they wish to or not. The game of reputation and patronage, where rooms are made with rumours of scandals as a cheap weapon. No gentle game this. More blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Elysians have fought. This, I'm assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Dracon, who established the Elysian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There's no more venerated figure in Orlais. The statue of Dracon stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Dracon determined that the Grand Game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles besides his own and Lord and Lady. I'm told, with some twittering amusement, that this action did not end the Grand Game as Dracon had intended. Outlaws and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than an official one, such as the exalted patron of Tasha Clay, or uncle to the champion of Tremens. There's a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor doorman that the balls must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Verden in other ways as well. The Elysian's right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the slightest notion of rebellion. One is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least aspires to be in the good graces of the noble, is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. Then there are the masks, and the cosmetics. I've not seen so much paint since the kennels at High ever. But that's another story. From Beyond the Frostback by Bantior, West Hill, 920 Dragon. Let's have a look at this cavern. Right, I can't actually go in here. So the cavern is just a landmark, I guess we'll go with. Oh, we got to start doubling back some more. That's right. Still will level up. Pushing cutting towards 30 before the end of act. Okay, now where am I? May have been taking a lot of notes at some point. Giving Anne's Constitution, basically we're just going to put that up to like what I'm going to cap it out at, and then everything else goes into magic and willpower. But I suspect Anders is probably not going to get a huge amount of use out of me. But I believe Meryl, once I recruit her, which is part of why I'm doing this whole outdoor section at the moment, is going to be my main mage. I don't know. I think Bethany leaves at some point, or is Sour bus. Sour bus. Just sticking around. Red Blossom Special. I think someone thinks of voice up and goose shit. A folk remedy for an embarrassing rash. The label says its intended recipient was Daddy and Shore of Darktown. That's certainly picking up. The Wounded Coast. One of the few roads leading into Kirkwall passed through a dangerous area known as the Wounded Coast. The road runs close to the cliff as it looms over water with many precipitous drops and churning waves below. There's many a local lesson involving travellers falling or jumping or having been flung from those heights. On the cliffs, the road leads through jagged hills that lie in the past like sharp teeth. Bandits use these hills to come from which to ambush caravans. There's more to fear here than bandits, of course. Once one leaves the hills, you come upon a maze of sharp canyons, the hunting ground for many fierce creatures. It's a place of secrets dating back to the golden age of the Defensive Imperium, where ancient relics and statues crumbled in time with the rocks. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, the Trails of Sumptuous God of both brothers on the TV. Okay, this section is all that's left covering here. Then I'll pop back in Kirkwall, sell stuff because my inventory is definitely filling up. Another cave there. So, Fem's doing a great job. The damage he's outputting is really, really helpful.
We're out of Kirkwall, but not out of the Knight Commander's reach.
Hmm? Blisters is the powder form of a rock found along the Wounded Coast. When explorers brought sparkling rock to the markets of Fremont, it became immediately popular among wealthy ladies who crossed it and applied the powder to their faces. The added brightness and luster to the skin, however, soon paled in comparison to the developing rash and coughing fits. As it turned out, Blisters dust is dangerous if ingested or inhaled. It's also extremely flammable, as several ladies discovered us powdering their hair while standing next to a candle. Unfortunately, this resulted in a dozen deaths by conflagration. These days, glitter dust is used sparingly and only by experienced alchemists. The most common form of the substance is volatile glitter dust. If gathered from caves where darkspawn dwell, the rock produces the powder known as tainted glitter dust, except for the Alchemist's Encyclopedia by Lord Cerastes of Marnus Pearl. And that is this area fully explored. Let's leave, like I said. We will return to Kirkwall.
So, where's your beard, elf?
Elves don't grow beards.
Huh. I thought maybe you shaved it off in a fit of broody pique.
So you're a funny dwarf.
Okay. That would be better than what he's currently got. Actually, I'm confused. Didn't I give him a different weapon? Just to jump first. Apparently it's worthless, but okay, that's helped my inventory quite a bit. Okay, so over here for this drop off.
One less to worry about. There's the dead drop. Hopefully the Wardens will appreciate this.
Guess I'll take another quick scoot around the alien edge, but I don't think that. Don't think. I'm not exactly sure how these rumors work. What's the possibility I'm just being dumb and don't get it?
The priest was asking after you again last week.
I've brought my family there twice this year. What more does she want from us?
Okay, so I did pick up something, so I'll just flop that, and then we go back outdoors again. Oh, blood magic. The money's certainly building up. Sarson's here. Let's have a word with her.
I doubt the mystery of who killed those swindlers will ever be solved.
Yes. Total mystery. Wasn't expecting that. Pop in. Dark Epiphany. I understand that you had to thank for the return of Lost Grey Warden letters. He did not go unnoticed. Please accept the enclosed reward and the Warden's blessing. The request about this fair is appreciated. Okay, and that just got me some gold, which is like, yep, I'll take that. Right, so I can fiddle the party some. So Mount Ambush site. Let's make sure field defense. Shield bash. Deception. Stone wall. Oh, yes, pommel strike, pommel blow. Wait. Give her a bit of life just in case for the moment. That because level 10. Yeah, the disorient is quite nice. So. Right, and probably getting people some better gear at some point.
There might be some stragglers before the main group. Nothing we can't handle. That's the use of stealth in battle. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm going south first.
That should do it.
That was a little abrupt how that cut out.
Trap. Done. All set.
The experience of each one feels like a lot. But that might just be, well, it's a number that says hundreds. went that way, so I'm going to go this way. But this area is a lot more.
We're close to the ambush, Hawk. Be ready.
There's our targets. Watch your step.
That should do it.
Put that on first.
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
Could be. Little Lloyd Barrett ran straight into that last trap. Okay. On my inventory, I barely picked up anything, so let's head to Thundermount. Don't expect them to start the fight straight away. It's not terrible, but I think I'll be selling that rather than anything else. I'm glad this area looks a bit different. Actually, quite different, isn't it? So yeah, we're about to do something stupid.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
What's a Shemlin?
An elven slur for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
Who are you people?
We are the last of the Elven.
Keep that in mind, Hawk. Elves you see elsewhere, figments of your imagination.
They have given up their identity to live among Shemlin. They're elven no more. I was given an amulet for someone named Marathari.
How do you know that name?
Wait.
This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shamlan? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Marithari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marathari. Let me look at you. There's truth in your face. A rare thing in a human. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
I mean, true. Dragon fell from the sky, charged some darkspawn to ask for his bringing the amulet. No big deal.
Your guard said you spoke of me. How did you
Investigate first, always first.
To the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars. There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child. Made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
Are you the leader of these Dalish? Why did the witch tell me to bring this amulet to you?
I am the keeper of this clan. It is my task to guide my people and to ensure the old ways are not forgotten. As for Asha Bellinar, I am tied to her, just as you are, by a debt that must be repaid.
A dragon fell from the sky, charred some darkspawn, then asked me to bring you this amulet. No big deal.
You are blessed by luck, then. I will pray that Mithal watches over your path. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
That seems a little odd.
It is her wish, and I must grant it. You'll find Merrill waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shiral.
This mountain is cursed, I swear. 3 days in a row, I've shot
Okay, time for me to take another break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes after some ads. See you soon. Can I reach the button? Yes. Yeah. Right, I am back.
I thought this was lost to us, like so many other things. My gratitude.
Thalos. Thalos is bounded to the east by the Amaranthine Ocean, to the west by Terrassion Forest and the Hunterhorn Mountains, to the south by the snowy waste that lie beyond the Orkney Mountains, and to the north by Donhart Forest. The word Thalos is Divinian in origin, originally used to refer to lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its stranglehold on conquered nations, more and more land became Thalos, until finally people applied the name to the entire continent. The northern part of Thalos is divided amongst the Anderfels, the Tevinter Imperium, Antiva and Rivain, with the islands held by the Canary just off the coast. Central Thalos consists of the three marches of Devar and Orlais, with Ferelden to the south. What lies beyond the snow wastes is a mystery. Freezing temperatures and barren lands kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of the Anderfels have never been fully explored, even by the Ants themselves. We do not know if the dry steppes are shadowed by mountains or if they extend all the way to the nameless sea. There must be other lands, continents or islands, perhaps across the Amaranthine or northern part of Odin. The Canary arrived from Thalos from somewhere. Beyond that deduction, we know nothing. From pursuit of knowledge, the travels from such scholar by Prodigy on the TV.
Anethera, human. If the Keeper wants you here, then be welcome.
Hello. Days after the rising of Sazakel, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The Archstream drove all the nations of the world before him, Shemlin and Elfin alike. In the far north, where the hills wandered the plains and the earth is eternally baked beneath the uncaring sun, the lands which the Shemlin called Anderfels, and of our people lived, struggling to survive the blight. Iloran was the keeper, a hunter in his younger days, crafty as any wolf. He led his people always just ahead of the Darkspawn and chased them. The old hunter knew that even a Howler cannot run forever. They must turn and fight or be run down. At the foot of the Murdain, Darkspawn cornered the Iloran's clan. That night, the moon was strangled by cloud, the earth was sealed by a dread mist that rose out of nowhere, so that the Elven could not tell up from down. In the confusion, the Darkspawn attacked. But Iloran had prepared for that. All around the camp, the hunters strewed dry grass, brush and brambles, and the sound of rusty footfalls began. Iloran and the other Haran called upon the old magic. They struck out with lightning, and though the bolts missed the Darkspawn, they hit the target all the same. The sea of kindling lit, and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach the Element's clan. From the tale of Iloran, written by Saphrian, it has been passed down from keeper to keeper for generations. Saphrian, huh?
Anderan Atishan, stranger.
Balanced blood writing. After my encounter with the Danish elves that wrote in Navara, I studied every book of the elves I could find. I sought out legends and myths and history and tried to make sense of it all. There's only so much one can learn from books. Many that in order to truly understand the Danish, I'd have to seek them out. A dreadful idea in hindsight. My defense, I was young, and also inebriated when the idea popped into my head. Unfortunately, even after I had regained some measure of sobriety, the idea still held appeal. Proved remarkably resistant to my attempt to ignore it. I gave in after months of that nagging thought at the back of my head and set out to learn about the Danish firsthand. I tramped through the forest bordering Orlais for weeks before I finally found what was found by a Danish hunter. I stumbled into one of his traps and suddenly was hanging from a tree with a rope about my ankles. There I was, defenseless, upside down with my robe over my head, my underclothes displayed. The scriptures in my predicament might listen laughter these days, but trust me when I say it was a situation I would not wish on anyone. Thankfully, my ridiculous appearance may have caused my captor to stay his hand. What threat is a silly human with his pants showing? So we sat, made a small fire, and began to skin the deer he had caught. I soon mustered courage to speak. I tried to assure him that I was not there to harm him, but he laughed at this and replied that if I were there to harm him, I had failed terribly. Eventually, we got to talking, and when I say talking, I mean that I asked him questions, and occasionally he would deign to answer. He told me that whilst some Danes actively seek out human travelers to rob or frighten, most of his people would rather be left alone. He seemed to believe that punishing the humans for past actions only led to more violence. I asked him about the intricate tattoos on his face. He told me they were called Valastlin, blood writing. These were symbols of Andruil the Huntress, one of the most highly revered elven goddesses. She said the Dalish marked themselves to stand out from humans and from those of their kin who have chosen to live under human rule. She said the Valislan reminds people that they must never again surrender their beliefs. When he finished skinning the deer, he cut me down. By the time I righted myself and conquered the dizziness before the blood rushing up my head, he was gone. I do not recommend that my readers seek out the Dalish for themselves. I was very lucky to have met the man that I did and to have walked away from our meeting unscathed. Jamaica watches over those who seek knowledge with an open heart. I certainly would like to think so. Pursue knowledge, well, TV, yeah.
Watch your steps, Shem. You don't know how many Dalish arrows are trained on you right now.
Shemlin. Wonderful. Make your business.
I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make?
A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of.
I don't need anything right now.
Of course.
It really wasn't.
Who should the isolationist? Yeah. Deferman's secret, plus 4% electricity damage and nature resistance, nothing special. Queen of Nature.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Arthur, Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. The decision came after decades of debate, and the introduction could last for years. Time to time, our ancestors were drifted to centuries-long slumber. This was not death, for we know they wanted the fading dreams. In those ages, our people called Orderland Elvenar, which in the old language means place of our people. And at the centre of the world stood the great city of Arlathan, a place of knowledge and debate where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, or settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. Well, while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifted through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Parvonan to the north. Was Shemlin were quickened by the ancients. The humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quick to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases. For the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way the humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elfland off from the humans for fear that its crippling effect would crumble to civilization. The fall of Arlathan is told by Gisharel, keeper of the Valafaran clan of the Dalish elves. Well, we're going this way first because the other way is apparently story. Or not. Or maybe it is. No, that continues on. So we'll come back here. Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Anathera.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
You'll have to work harder than that to offend me. My name's Hawk.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
I've lived in Kirkwall for a year now. It's a good place to get a fresh start.
Really? I hope you're right. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
I take it you've been expecting me to
Been over a year.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Bellinar's amulet, and we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Let's get this over with.
It's sort of a long walk to the graveyard. I hope you wore comfortable shoes. I think this is the cellar door. Let's go in and see why Gandalf...
Bethany?
We shouldn't talk here.
Something about this whole creepy ancient magic thing makes me nervous.
I feel like there's a different law at work in this place. Someone else's rules.
I'll deal with this. The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift. But like so many things, it was lost. It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Oh, they know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving.
And no one minds having to pick up and move over and over just to protect a few of you?
Why would they mind? Once we've picked over a hunting ground, there's no reason to stay.
But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know. But if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
Please keep turning skeletons into toads for us.
But I never... Right. Not literally. Happy to help. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
Thank you.
Seems to be healthy.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
I'm sensing a story here.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
What's going on here, Meryl?
Nothing. Just ignorance. We should go.
A landslide blocked the path. There's a cave that should take us to the other side.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
Is there anything I can do to help?
It's kind of you to ask. I'm fine. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashbel-Anar isn't known for her patience.
Yeah, I'll get to those eventually. Silverite. The lustrous white blue silverite has long been prized by the dwarves for use in jewelry, rune making, and weaponsmithing. On the surface, it's more commonly used by apothecaries and healers. Since the metal does not rust, many traditions believe it to be proof against poison. It's a tale passed down among the people of the Anderfels. The knight returned home after many years of war, only to be struck by an adder. His wife immediately bound the wound with a medallion of silverite pressed against the bite like a poultice. By morning, the poison had left him, and the knight lived to an old age. Next up from the Alchemical Primer Metallurgy, Volume 1, by Lord Cerastes Manus Pell. Cerastes. Okay, that's blocked off. Oh, that's not good. Let's have a look up here first. Well, that was interesting. Okay, let's head on out. I really can't go through that. Okay, yeah, it's not a door. It's sealed off.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
And there you are. She's not just a mage.
Veilship. You called something here. Are you insane?
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
The barrier is gone, certainly. Surely there was a safer way.
Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl the heights. In the days of Arlathan, the elders came here to sleep. Uthanara, the endless dream they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
Okay, that's a little harsh on me. Deep mushroom refers to the entire group of fungi that grows underground in caves in many parts of the Dwarven Deep Roads. Collection could be a dangerous task, and the deep roads are often infested with darkspawn. Because of this, dwarven merchants often recruit casters hireling for the job, pay them a meagre percentage of what they earn selling the mushroom to surfacers. Most common varieties used in the herbalist trade are the blightcap, ghoul's mushroom, and brimstone mushroom, almost all of which tend to carry the darkspawn's corruption. While they cannot transmit the disease, this trait often makes them quite poisonous. Deep mushrooms should only be handled by experienced herbalists and should never be consumed without first being adequately cleaned and prepared. Careless consumption has been known to cause insanity, severe abdominal cramping, and even death. Except for the depended by illness of anti-botanists.
Place the... on the altar, and I'll begin the rite.
Very stupid thing doing that. Well, I'm not doing it, Mel's doing it.
In Uthenera Narivas.
Here we are.
Under Anatishan Ashabalanar.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am? Beyond that title.
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing to see someone who keeps their end of a bargain. I half expected my amulet to end up in a merchant's pocket.
Let's not taunt Flemmer. That is a fight I would rather not pick.
I agreed to deliver the amulet, though you could have told me you were inside it.
Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole, a bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
A fragment?
not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. And even trade, I think.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed, you smuggled me here quite nicely.
You have plans, I take it.
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
What should I do?
Do as I do. Become a dragon. You could never be a dragon. As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashbelenar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
It occurs to me, I don't know how Sandamount got its name. Certainly isn't Elven, is it?
Oh, we've got and resurrected Flemeth. And with Flemeth, you can never tell, was that actually a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't like the looks of this. All set. That should do it. Done. All set.
That is something, but... Nope. What? But Revenants should not go down that easy. They were very, very tough in Origins. Gold, huh? Stick it all in cunning. Yeah, Revenant for some of the toughest fights.
Should do it.
Apparently I'm going completely the wrong way. Or maybe not. Sundermount. Kirkwall is guarded by mountains to its north. Tallest of which is Sundermount. The mountain has a fearsome reputation. Legend says it's the site of the final battle between the Tevinter Imperium of old and the ancient empire of elves that perished with Arlathan. Both sites unleash horrors into the waking world, and vague creatures prowl the heights to this very day, unaware that the war for which they were summoned is long since over. There's a tale in the females that Blessed Andraste, upon reaching Kirkwall with her armies, sojourned up the slopes of Sundermount alone. She stayed there 3 days. When she returned, she wept as if her heart were broken. I stayed 2 months in Kirkwall, and despite my best efforts, I never found a guide willing to take me up the mountain. Yeah, TV. Oh, that's real. 35 attack, 3% axe speed. I don't think that's really better than what I currently have. Still didn't level Barak up. Okay, let's head back and apparently go back through the mines again where we came, because there's no fruit home here. To be fair, it's what I expected. So, yeah, Flemeth is a weird character in this. I don't know if she appears in Inquisition or Veilguard. But you're never quite sure.
Masarana's child, your debt is paid in
full. What she's up to.
Too late to change your mind, Dalen.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
Elganon. Is this really where the elves live?
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. Take what you can get.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
You already know me. You'll make other friends soon enough.
Guy. Thank you. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
I'd like that, Merrill.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it, though.
A lot of points. Yeah, not into willpower, into constitution. Oh. Hey.
Oh, hello. The priest was asking after you again last week.
I've brought my family there twice.
Please, Sir Thrask.
What more does she
He
want
won't
from
go
us?
to the Circle willingly, but it's the only place.
Madam, we'll do our best to find your son. But I cannot guarantee his safety if he continues to resist Templar jurisdiction.
He's just a boy.
He's an apostate. I am sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help?
Yeah, because I have no skin in the game of helping apostates.
Thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fainriel. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
What kind of dreams is he having?
He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turn to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant, Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant. I raised Fainriel myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Fainriel still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere safe. I don't know where Fainriel is gone, but there are two places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fainriel's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fainrail might have sought him out.
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds. There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
You and Fainrail's father are not married?
Vincento had no desire for a wife or an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him. I have written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Fainrail wanted to meet him.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
He ought to have his own life. Out from the shackles of the Circle. Everyone should.
My husband Wesley was a Templar. They're not all fanatics to be feared.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding.
Remind me what Wesley did when he met my sister?
Pray she'll get better soon. I've missed too much work already.
Maker's first children. The Maker's first creations were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of the Golden City, and the Enchanted Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied. Although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it, they did not do so. They had no urge to create, and even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give their creations ingenuity or life. The Maker realised his own folly. He had created spirits to resemble him in all but the one and most important way. They did not have a spark of the divine with them. He expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade, and proceeded to his next creation, life. The Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separated from the Fade by the veil. His new children would be unable to shape the world around them, thus would need to struggle to survive. In return for their struggle, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine, a soul, and he watched with pleasure as the creation flourished and showed all the ingenuity that he had hoped for. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade when they slept. The spirits wished to know more of life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favour. Through the eyes of the living, they experienced new concepts: love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the lives and concepts that they saw. Each spirit definitely trying to bring the most dreamers to their own realm so they could vicariously live through a spark of the divine through them. Vicariously possess, yeah. As the spirits grew in power, however, some of them became contemptuous of the living. These were the spirits that saw the darkest parts of the dreamers. The lands were places of torment and horror, and they knew that the living were strongly drawn to places that mirrored those dark parts of themselves. These spirits questioned the Maker's wisdom and proclaimed the living inferior. They learned from the darkness they saw and became the first demons. Rage, hunger, sloth, desire, pride. These are the dark parts of the soul that gave demons their power, the hooks they used to claw their way into the world of the living. It was demons that whispered into the minds of men, convincing them to turn from the Maker and worship false gods. They seek to possess all life as their due, forging kingdoms from nightmare and the Fade in the hopes of one day storming the walls of heaven itself. And the Maker despaired once again, for he had given the power of creation to his new children, and in return they had created sin. The Maker's first children by Vader, singing Enchanted of Ostrich, 8-12 Blessed. More. Alathan Part 2. You ask what happened to Alathan? Sadly, we do not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what truly happened. But we have accounts of the days before the fall, and a fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing even as the elves slept. Lands and tribes gave way to a powerful empire called the Venter, which, and for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Elfhanan. When they breached the great city of Alathan, people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. Magic, demons, and even dragons at their behest, the Venter Imperium marched easily through Alathan, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheatres that have stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and human contact quickened their veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to the ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They say that Fenrir, Dreadwolf, and all the tricksters approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good removed themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil that exiled themselves to the abyss. Neither group ever again to enter the other's lands. But the gods did not know that Fenrir had planned to betray them. By the time they realised the Dreadwolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. This is a fable, to be sure, but those elves who travelled beyond claim that Fenrir still roams the world of dream, keeping watch over the gods lest they escape from their prisons. Whatever the case, Arlathan have fallen to the very humans of people that once considered mere pests. It is said that the Tevinter Magisters used a great destructive power to force the very ground to swallow Arlathan whole, destroying aeons of collected knowledge, culture and art. The whole of elven lore left only to memory. All of Arlathan is told by Geshuel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of Danish elves. Other mana and the use of magic. Mana is that which defines a mage. It's potential that dwells within a person, but does not always manifest itself. All men are connected to Fade, we go there to dream. Only those with this potential may draw upon its mana. Upon its power. Mana is, then, a measurement of one's ability to draw power from the Fade, and it's this power that is expended in magic. As in all other things, there's limits. Just as a man has the strength to lift only so much weight and no more, mages cannot work more magic at one time than his mana allows. If he wishes to work magic that would be beyond his strength, mages must bolster his mana with delirium. Now, delirium, it is possible for reckless to spend their own life force in the working of magic. Occasionally, ambitious apprentices injure or even kill themselves by overexertion. From the lectures to first enchanted Westforce. Are we done? Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, talk to Mel.
I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on. Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
I came here to see you, Meryl. You don't have to fuss over me.
You're so kind. My first guest, and I'm already a terrible host. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
I feel that would be... It's kind of like Tally. Sure, Tally's hot, but it's grossly inappropriate, and kind of in this situation,
I'm glad I could help.
I feel like Ramel
I
is...
like Kirkwall, but I'm glad to be here. I haven't exactly had many friends, not even among my own clan. This is tricky.
What made you unpopular with the Dalish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Via Tanadal. It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible Keeper. I was never that good with people.
Please don't crash, please don't crash. Okay, Stu's Diaz.
You seem to be getting the hang of it already.
I'm glad you think so. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawk. It means a lot to me.
Leveled already? Let's actually do this and... Blood of the First. And we're just going to buff Constitution at the moment. Okay. Oh, what am I doing now? Actually, yeah. Just thinking about it, it's... Okay, it was time I need to knock off for tonight.
That's because you've spent too much time frolicking in the woods, Daisy. Dwarves don't frolic.
Dalish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
You have sanctioned frolicking areas?
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
But you do frolic.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be elves otherwise.
I like her. Right. Up in here. These all limited to me, or... Okay, so there's something else I was thinking about. I was thinking that I might be able to put on some newer gear. I think I'm level 9 now. I think I honestly need to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. In fact, you know what? Let's start doing that. Okay, right. You can go back. It moving all the stuff around is annoying. Just need to get in. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. But at the moment, just going through this. All the rogue stuff I can keep. All the warrior mage stuff is useless because it's all limited to the hawk, who's the rogue, so she can't use anything that's not those. As soon as I get rid of these, as soon as I stop getting quite so confused every time I look in here. I can't remember if the weapons are limited to me as well. I think they are. Okay, let's flog this and then I'll knock it off for...
Guard, Aveline. I don't think that's the job for you. I know, but it might help me not get caught. You probably shouldn't have said that part. Why? Just... never mind.
Two daggers for... what's the face? I know these don't sell for anything, but I need them out of my inventory. A bonus for complete item set, okay. Okay, wow. Money's certainly going up. Okay, let's save and... right, that is going to be it for tonight. I shall be back on Wednesday, maybe, around 8 PM UK time for 4 hours of Dragon Age 2. I am enjoying this. Does feel like there's something off about it though. It's not quite gelling for me, but it's still reasonably enjoyable. I say back Thursday. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now. Yeah, please add, but don't start. It's going to start. Let's just next it again.